He's doing it before.
Yeah.
Okay, well, according to the clock up there now, it's 7 o'clock, so we'll make a start. Can I welcome you all to Brent Knoll Parish Council's December meeting? Councillor Filmer, I'm chairman of the Parish Council. If we start off with the items on our agenda, no we won't, we'll start with public question time if there is any. So I believe there's a member of the public who wanted to address us, so Mark, if you'd like to say a few words. Just to let you know, as a habit, we video all of our meetings, the cameras at the back of the room, so this does go up on YouTube, but just so you're aware.
Yeah.
Okay. Start whenever you're ready, please.
Basically, I've come to see you all today because of our planning commission has gone in, and to answer any questions or concerns that you may have regarding our planning commission. I won't go into too much detail because it should all be in the planning application that you should have seen. But we started Jolly Jumpers because we wanted to give something back to the community for children to play. Unfortunately, because of rising costs and electricity costs, it's no longer really viable for it to be where it's to, and we can't expand. So we've spent quite a while looking for another farm. And before we bought up about our farm, we consulted with planning, different aspects of the council, highways, Sunset Highways and English Highways, to make sure that they didn't have any concerns with the road or that couldn't be overcome. Since then we've had lots of studies done and everything. They've had visualisation studies done to make sure it's all going to be the best that it can be, and we want it to be as environmentally friendly as possible, but we also want to teach children about it being environmentally friendly, as well as having our rare breeds, and teach the children and adults, not just children, adults need education as well about it, regarding all those different things. And if you've got any questions or concerns about the planning application that you'd like to ask, that's basically what I've come here for, just so that, to clear things up if things are a bit, because I know in some of the comments I've seen feeling about we don't need a cafe because there's one right opposite, but it's not that sort of cafe, it's only for people who are there, if you know what I mean. It's not passing by, come in the cafe sort of thing, so it's not going against that sort of thing. It's, people that will be there will go in, buy a dinner sort of thing.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mark, could you just clarify, please, what you believe to be the dimensions of this building? I calculated that it's going to be roughly 60 metres long by roughly 20 to 30 metres wide by about 20 metres high.
20 metres high?
Yeah.
And that sounds very high.
Okay. Do you want to?
And what's that in feet? That's
What was it?
It'd be about 60 foot high.
60 foot high. I don't know, they've done that bit. The planners and the architects have done that bit.
So you don't know how big your...
It's roughly, I know that's what the width and everything it is, but it's not the height.
Okay.
I know it's got to be... I've told them I want it to be about 30 foot high, I think. So not 60 foot
That would
high.
be 10 metres roughly then.
Yeah, it's not 60 foot high, because our biggest slide is 20 foot to the top. And then it's got a bit on top of that. We want to have the big slide in there, basically.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Amy.
Yeah. The road access from the main road.
Yeah.
What's going to be happening there?
So there's already planning that's been approved for a track and that to be widened.
Yeah.
The consultant that we first had was quite happy for a right-hand turn.
Coming from
western direction,
right.
a right turn, arrow into the site. When I first spoke to Highways, they said it could be a right turn. It could be that we make people go round both roundabouts and only come in and go out one way. He said, but that would be for your highway consultant, which is who we've had. And he's happy with a right turn. But we're having another study done, class 1 is it? Traffic study, I think it's called. to look at left turn only out, but still with the right arrow coming in. So it's what highways gave me a couple of suggestions to start with and said it will be down to your consultants to decide, and obviously they'll decide what's best. So yeah.
Any other questions from members? Okay, thank you very much. Obviously what we'll do is when we go into the formal meeting, it's then just the meeting of the councils. We can't chip in at that stage.
Okay,
That's fine, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other members of the public present who want to say anything before we start the meeting? Okay, thank you very much. In which case we'll start the formal part of the meeting. And so we move on to the first item on our agenda, which is apologies for absence. Everyone's here? Okay. Any declarations of interest members have? I'll start, which is my normal declaration in relation to my membership of Somerset Council, membership of the Brent Knoll Parish Hall, and also the dispensation for the shop shareholding. Tracy? Colin?
Shop.
Amanda?
Well, the two planning applications, the first one, I've had a letter about it due to where I live, and the third one is pecuniary, I work for them. The Greystone Government.
Thank you. John?
Shop.
Thank you.
Shop and a planning one as well.
So which one?
It's
Oh,
the next door to me,
Tree,
Burton
Burton
Road,
Tree Farm.
Poultry Farm.
Okay, so that's 20 and 28.
And shop.
Great. Thank you very much. Excellent. Okay, so the next item is the minutes of the November meeting, which you all had circulated. Are there any amendments proposed to those from anyone? If not, can I propose there are a true and accurate record and I should sign them as such? Thank you, Edie. All those in favour, please show. Any against? And any abstentions? Is that clear by the majority? That then moves on to the planning applications. We'll start off with the first one, which is 072325, the Grey Farm Shop and single play area. And who's going to introduce Colin?
Can we look at... that's not very helpful, that one. Well, okay, leave it there and then we can move on. Right, fellow councillors, this is classed as a major application, so I assume that you've all managed to look at this online prior to the meeting. But there are certain things that we need to go through, and this is your the present red boundary for the development, and it's on the A38, and the current entrance to the farm and Battleborough Grange is directly opposite Ollie's Goat House, directly opposite. But this is not going to be the entrance to the proposed development. So what you're looking at when you look out from Ollie's and the road, you're looking to the land to the left, sorry, to the right, below the existing farm. Okay, so if you can look now at, I haven't got the proposed site plan. So there. That's. Yes, it does. Okay, I'll have to get up and.
If I make it any bigger, I've got the screen.
No, that's okay. Fellow councillors, this is the A38, okay, and the entrance to the Battleborough Grange and the farm is currently here. And what they're proposing to do, and they don't show it on the planning application, is this will be the entrance to the new development, and its entrance will be along here. Currently there are two old entrances to the field directly opposite each other on the A38. It's quite tiny. It's, to my mind, will need to be looked at by highways very carefully. Although it's an existing one, it may well have been an easy option to choose that because it's existing. It may, because highways haven't quoted, highways may well object to that. We don't know at the moment. Okay, so your entrance to the site will be on the A38. There are cottages here, and there's another entrance to a field over here that presumably a farmer will use at some stage. So it will come in here, go round there. Parking here, soft outdoor play area here, and here is a large, if you like, shed measuring, as I've asked before, 60 metres long by roughly 25 to 30 metres wide by about 10 metres high, which is probably about 30 feet. Okay, so that's the structure that is proposed, and it will house down here a play area, a eating area, two rooms which are for party hire. This is a toilet, public toilet area. Then you've got kitchens, you've got preps and stores, you've got staff toilets, then you've got a farm shop area here. So it's all contained within the same structure. That's basically it. Our problems are, which have been highlighted. I went down there to have a look at this yesterday, and I walked along the A38, and it really is a busy road. And highways have not commented on this application yet, and I think you should be very much aware that you are viewing this without proper highway information. That essentially is the development. There are, however, I believe entrance to the site needs to be looked at very carefully, and it is on a very busy road, and you've already heard that it may well be treated very much like the garden centre, where when you come in you go in one way, but when you come out you are forced down to the roundabout because of the excessive traffic on the A38. And we know that there are accidents on this A38. It's difficult enough pulling out of the Goat House Cafe at times, and I witnessed it yesterday, very busy. And I think this is a major factor you're going to have to consider. And as I say, I'm not happy that highways have not commented. Historic building places also object to this application, and historic buildings object to the application in its current form due to the significant impacts the proposed development would have on the settling of Brent Knoll, Hillfort and the associated field system, a scheduled ancient monument. Significance derives not only from a heritage asset's physical presence, but also from its setting. The development site would fill in a large area of open rural land which forms an important open setting around the base of this highly significant scheduled ancient monument, and have an impact on views to and from the Hillfort, including those kinetic views from the A38. So not only do we have a traffic problem which you need to consider, you also need to consider the impact that this big shed is going to have on the A38 and on the views of the knolls, both from the Goat House and also from traffic that uses the A38 in a constant stream all the time. Axbrew Drainage Board have also objected to this application, and they are objecting to the application